I think it's a combination of both. So first things first, you can never, 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 ever take a position on a tax return just because you think you won't get audited. That is illegal from a tax preparation standpoint. So, me as your accountant could never do that. I could never advise you to say, oh, this isn't allowed, but there's only like a 1% chance you get caught. So, let's do it and we'll deal with there. So, that in and of itself is never allowed and never a good approach. The risk of an audit isn't random, it's often pattern driven. So the IRS currently uses what's called a DIF score to determine returns to be audited. The DIF score is locked up in a secret vault along with the original 13 herbs and spices for KFC and the formula for Coca-Cola. So no one really knows what actually drives it, but year over year changes, certain transactions, certain line items are believed to influence the diff score, along with data mismatches and other analytical items can help drive that. When it comes to audits, it is true that only a fraction of taxpayers are audited each year. But just because a fraction of taxpayers are audited each year, that does not give you carte blanche to skirt the rules, disregard the rules, or try to do things that you shouldn't otherwise do. Because the system itself is driven on voluntary compliance. And if you were to do things that are illegal, they are illegal, meaning you can potentially be fined and or go to jail over these things. So in some ways, people are misunderstanding what their risk is. And in other ways, people sometimes are thinking, oh, I did this, I must be at a higher risk for audit. So like some common misconceptions. Returns that go on extension are a higher risk for getting audited. That's just not true. Returns that have this or that are at a higher risk for audit. Sometimes it can be true, sometimes it can't be true. So each individual return needs to be looked at to say, hey, these are factors which could trigger an examination, but also looking at it saying, hey, in the event of an examination, how do we feel about your overall compliance strategy here? Are there any uncertain positions? Are there any positions that we might need to document? Is there anything that we want to make sure we have an understanding on what this is as we get ready to file the return?